rural Georgia counties, a woman from Athens is found dead in Habersham County. Police are treating her death as a homicide as police reveal what her daughter says was her mom's final disturbing message to her.
Yeah, that's right. And 11 Alive John Sherrick is tracking down those details right now.
Public statements from the sheriff's office, still few and terse, a week after the body of 59-year-old Debbie Collier of Athens was found here Sunday afternoon, September 11th, the day after she disappeared from home. She was found near her SUV in these woods off of US 441 in Habersham County. All evidence so far, the sheriff's office tells us, indicates this was a homicide, not a suicide, and that's all investigators will say. They recovered her body and possible clues and secured her SUV, the SUV she had rented because her own car was in the shop. Investigators now digging into her family's disturbing missing person report from Saturday the 10th. The report saying that Collier had left home in Athens sometime that Saturday in her rented SUV. Collier's daughter Amanda Bearden told Athens Clark County Police that afternoon her mother had suddenly sent her more than $2,000 through Venmo, along with a message to her daughter, quote, "They are not going to let me go. Love you." Why would Debbie Collier have left her home in Athens? Why would she have gone to Habersham County, 60 miles from home? Debbie Collier had worked for years for a realty business in Athens, Clark County. She was the front office manager. No one there was available to speak about her. So far, Debbie Collier's family members have declined to respond to interview requests about her, as investigators work to uncover who might have been threatening her, why she ended up here, and who killed her and why. In Atlanta, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.
Well, guys, so this case, as tragic as it is absolutely fascinating as well. So Deborah, who goes by Debbie Collier, is from Athens, Georgia, and she is 59 years old. And on September 11th, her body was found down an embankment in an area of Victoria Home Lane and Highway 441 in Habersham County, Georgia. She had rented a vehicle because hers was in the shop. And on Saturday, September 10th, she was reported missing by her 36-year-old daughter and by Debbie's husband. So they were able to find her because the Sirius XM system in the car generated an alert that the vehicle of a missing person out of Clark County, Georgia, had indicated that the current location of the vehicle was in the area. When police arrived on the scene of where her missing vehicle was, they called in canine units, and canine unit located a red tote bag and a partially burned blue tarp near where Debbie was found. Additionally, she was found nude, laying on her back, grasping a small tree with her right hand, and she had extensive charring to her abdomen, and the rest of her body appeared as if it had been burned. Was Debbie trying to get away when she was grasping that small tree? Debbie's daughter, Amanda, who investigators say grew absolutely hysterical at the crime scene, said that her mother had no mental health issues or suicide tendencies. She also said that her mother had a bad back and would not have voluntarily ventured into that wooded area where she was found. Even more strange is that the Saturday afternoon when Debbie went missing, she sent her daughter $2,385 through the Venmo app. And she included a message that stated, "They are not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." After receiving the Venmo and message, Amanda attempted to call her mom's phone several times, but Debbie never answered. And when the police tried to call the number, it went straight to voicemail. Her daughter, Amanda, also says that her mom left home with only her driver's license and debit card. Her husband, Steve Collier, told investigators that he last saw his wife at 9 p.m. Saturday evening and that her car was still in the driveway when he left for work the following morning. The couple had been married since 2013, and it's worth noting that Steve also told investigators that they sleep in separate bedrooms due to Steve having a severe snoring problem. 11 days after Debbie's disappearance, one neighbor came forward and spoke with the New York Post, saying that the Saturday night before she disappeared, there was commotion at the house. noting that she frequently heard shouting from Collier's home on the weekends and in the evenings when a visitor, that the neighbor described as a young woman, comes to the home. She added there's loud screaming and fighting during those times. And another neighbor in Athens said Debbie and her husband were reclusive people who didn't mingle with others on the street. He said they wouldn't attend get-togethers, and many locals didn't even know their names. One friend of Debbie's declined to comment after answering her door, but cryptically said, "There is a reason we are keeping quiet." The family had declined to speak publicly, making the case even more strange, considering police have declared Collier's death a homicide and concluded there is no evidence Collier was kidnapped. However, her daughter Amanda did recently give the following interview.
Something was wrong the moment she received that disturbing message. More than a week after authorities pinged Debbie Collier's car near a wooded area just south of Tallulah Falls in Habersham County, investigators continue to search for the person who killed the 59-year-old mother of two.
My mom was my everything. Somebody took my whole world from me.
Debbie's daughter, Amanda, and her stepfather, Stephen, reported her mother missing on the evening of September 10th. Stephen said he'd seen his wife the night before and that her rental was still in the driveway when he left for work that morning.
I started going to all the different places that I thought she would go, like Walmart, Ulta. I mean, I drove around for at least 2 hours.
At 3:17 that afternoon, Amanda told police she received $2,385 from her mom via Venmo. The money transfer included a message that said, quote, "They're not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door."
Immediate hysterical. I'd never been through this before.
When authorities located Debbie's car, they found a red tote bag, down an embankment, a partially burnt tarp, and Debbie's clothless body.
She was a beautiful, kind, giving woman. And she didn't deserve any of this.
Amanda says the last time she saw her mom was Friday night. They ate dinner, ran some errands, and went home separately. She had this message for her mother's killer.
I just want them to rot in hell. I do, sir. I mean, it's not going to take my pain away. I know it's not. But I want justice for my mom.
So there's so many questions with no answers. Like, was this a sex crime and they attempted to burn Debbie to destroy potential DNA evidence? If Debbie was able to log into or pull up her Venmo app to send her daughter money, why wouldn't she have just called 911? Why this amount of $2,385? Would your last thoughts be to send your 36-year-old daughter a specific amount of money? It's said that her daughter lives with Debbie and her husband, which would be Amanda's stepfather. So who is the younger girl that the neighbor is talking about? Is it possibly Amanda? Her daughter said she only left the house with her debit card and keys. So where was her phone? How did she make a Venmo payment? Why aren't the husband and daughter out there doing interviews and demanding justice for their loved one? Why would her daughter need to know where Debbie kept the house key if she lives there as she has stated? And maybe most importantly, on the incident report, the drug-related checkbox is marked yes, but the type is unknown. So were drugs found in Debbie's vehicle? How would law enforcement come to believe that drugs were related? Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on this case? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. If not, please do subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button. See you all soon.